The fractured world. In a world made only of black and white, Stick, a lonely stickman, woke up every day with the same question. Why am I here? No one else around. No sound. No life. Only crumbling buildings, cracked walls, and roads like broken glass that had seen centuries. Stick didn't know where he came from. Every day, he would draw question marks on the walls with pieces of coal, hoping that one day an answer would come. One morning, while wandering around an abandoned factory, Stick accidentally kicked something. It was a red key. Color in this world, color was impossible. His hands trembled as he picked it up. The key felt ... worn. Not far from there stood a metal door he had never noticed before. Rusted and covered in vines, it looked ancient. But as Stick inserted the key, the lock glowed. The door creaked open with a thunderous sound, the first real sound he'd heard in this silent world. Behind the door stretched a long, dark hallway. Every step echoed strangely. Broken light bulbs dangled from the ceiling, flickering weakly. Halfway down, Stick spotted a massive wall covered in strange symbols. In the center was a figure, a stickman like him, slashed through with a red line. "Is that me?" he whispered. A creaking noise behind him. He turned, a shadow moved. It had no face, no clear shape, just a pitch-black mass slithering forward. Stick ran. He burst into a nearby room and slammed the door shut. In the dim light stood a large mirror. He looked into it and gasped. In the mirror, he wasn't a stickman, he was human, a young man with messy hair and panicked eyes. But when he turned to look at his hands, he was still Stick. The mirror trembled, a message appeared. To learn the truth, shatter the mirror. Stick hesitated, but curiosity won. He grabbed a metal rod nearby and smashed the glass. The mirror shattered. A white light exploded, the world disappeared. Stick now stood in a hospital room. On the bed was ... himself, the human version. Surrounded by machines, wires, and nurses. Deep coma, no signs of recovery, a doctor said. A woman sobbed nearby, his mother. She held his limp hand and whispered, "If you can hear me, please come back." Stick staggered back. The scene collapsed into fragments. He fell into darkness. He awoke in a strange city, still black and white, but now tinted with a soft gray hue. Stickmen wandered the streets, hollow-eyed and aimless. They didn't speak, they didn't think. An old stickman approached him and said quietly, "You've awakened, you remember something, don't you?" Stick asked, "Who am I?" The elder replied, "We are the minds trapped between two worlds, our bodies in reality, but our minds lost here. Those who forget who they are ... disappear forever." Stick's hands clenched. "And me, you're remembering. And if you remember everything ... you can go back." But it wasn't that easy. The shadow, the same one from the hallway, now towered above the city. No longer shapeless, it had formed into a dark version of Stick, larger, stronger, and twisted by fear, hopelessness, and forgetfulness. It spoke in a deep, rumbling voice. "You can't leave, the truth will only bring pain. Stay, and you won't have to suffer anymore." Stick stood firm. He remembered his mother, his name. His dreams of becoming an artist, dreams he had abandoned before the coma. He shouted, "I choose truth," and charged into the shadow. When they collided, the world cracked again, the entire city dissolved. The wandering stickman stopped and looked up. A streak of blue, actual color, split the white sky. Stick felt his form dissolve into light. Voices returned, machines beeped. A warm hand held his. Stick opened his eyes. He was no longer a stickman. He was himself again, the real him, lying in a hospital bed. His mother wept with joy. He cried too. Inside his heart, he could still feel that black and white world, the red key, and a little stickman who never gave up. Not every world is full of color. But with the will to remember who we are, we can paint it ourselves.